Caloroga Shark Media.
Hello and welcome to Palace Intrigue. I am your host, Mark Francis. Business expert Hilary Fordich has some advice for Meghan Markle. Hire experts. Hilary explains, obviously, as an actress, Meghan lacks the business acumen in arenas such as securing a patent for the name American Riviera Orchard. Most business professionals don't have expertise in everything, but they are savvy enough to retain those who do. My suggestion would have been to come up with a really healthy brand of jam to maybe assist with dieting, and that may have been a possible niche. A basic piece of business advice is always turn to an expert or stay within your expertise. It is a recipe for disaster for anyone to be narcissistic enough to think they know all aspects of business. If the sales don't satisfy investors, if they cannot get a return on investment, they will be running at a loss. Thus far, none of their projects have had stickiness. I doubt from her track record she will stick with these products. Perhaps it would be best to donate the jams to charity. Former royal butler Grant Harold spoke to the New York Post about Harry and Meghan's flirtation with Portugal. According to Grant, their life in the US, there's so many people that move away and move back, so I don't think there'd be anything unusual about Harry and Meghan leaving the US for Europe. But maybe living in the States wasn't what they thought it would be, and that could be why they're now supposedly edging their way back into the direction of the UK. There's no obvious reason for choosing Portugal as a location to live, but let's not forget that it's not unusual for royals to set up overseas. Some have historically moved to France. Princess Margaret used to spend a lot of time in Mauritius, so Harry would be following in the footsteps of other royals who have done something similar. The friendships they have, I'm sure they will keep, as it is for anyone who moves abroad. Friends will come and visit. I don't think it will be the end of their celebrity friendships at all. Princess Eugenie is reportedly thrilled about the idea. From Eugenie's perspective, this proximity could mean regular family get-togethers, which she believes would be invaluable for her children to form close bonds with Archie and Lilibet, especially given that they are among the few royal cousins who may actually have a chance to grow up together. Royal commentator Rebecca English was asked by Palace Confidential about Harry slipping back into a royal role. She was firm. Not a hope in hell, simply. In response to recent media speculation, English said, I would imagine it was heavily briefed by Harry's side. It was effectively saying he would be keen to come back into the frame to undertake more royal duties while his father was ill, and obviously the Princess of Wales is not well either. I made some calls and was told almost immediately, absolutely not. Palace Intrigue will be right back. Possible sex bomb Princess Anne visited Musgrove Park Hospital in Taunton, where she was shown the hospital's pioneering surgical robot. Colorectal consultant Richard Bamford expressed his gratitude, saying, it was fantastic to show Her Royal Highness our latest state-of-the-art robotic surgery operating system. Sophie, taking the column space that used to go to Kate Wonderful articles, spent a heartwarming day at the Buddy Dogs family event in Reading, where she baked treats, chatted with kids, and cuddled with some adorable service dogs. Held at the Guide Dogs UK Centre, the event aimed to support children affected by sight loss with Buddy Dogs. Service dogs trained for friendship rather than mobility aid. Sophie is a patron of the Guide Dogs for the Blind Association. The Duchess threw herself into the activities, from carefully measuring ingredients for doggy treats to giving well-earned cuddles to the pups, including a golden retriever named Storm, who leaned in for extra affection. Sophie also connected with the kids at the event, sharing some laughs with one delighted little boy. In an emotional conversation with her husband, former rugby star Mike Tindall, Zara Tindall was visibly moved as they discussed her career and experiences as both an equestrian champion and a mother. The interview took place on Mic Drop, Mike's YouTube series where he chats with figures from the equestrian world, and this episode dedicated to Zara, who is not only the daughter of Princess Anne and niece of King Charles, but also an Olympic silver medalist in her own right. Zara, a celebrated equestrian, became tearful when recalling her 2012 Olympic journey with her horse, High Kingdom. She expressed how meaningful it was to win a medal for the horse's owner, Trevor Hemmings, saying, we managed to get him, High Kingdom, to the Olympics, which was incredible. But to see his face at the Olympics and to get that team medal was amazing. And to be able to give something back to him when he had supported me for so long was incredible. I'm going to get emotional watching her reminisce. Mike gently added, you always put your owners and your horses first, something at the detriment to yourself. You will train a horse before you train yourself, and you make sure the horse is right before you do it yourself. Zara also opened up about the challenges she faced balancing her sporting career with motherhood, revealing the mum guilt she felt when returning to her sport after having 3 children, Mia, Lena and Lucas. She admitted it was hard getting your body back when you've been riding for 25 years, and then your body is just completely not doing that. Trying to get your body back to where it was, I found was hard work. In a poignant conclusion to their chat, Zara hinted that she isn't quite done with competitive riding. I mean, I'd love to win an Olympic gold, so that's probably driving me at the moment. I'd love to go to another Olympics, she shared, suggesting that a return to the Olympic stage may be in her future. In Paddington in Peru, audiences will get a touching nod to the late Queen Elizabeth II. As part of the film, a photo of Paddington and Her Majesty having tea graces the screen, commemorating their unforgettable Jubilee scene together. The image will appear with the full blessing of Buckingham Palace, with Ron Halpern from Studio Canal confirming that the royal household was fully on board. Producer Rosie Allison added that the royal family were actually very happy for it to happen, but emphasised that Paddington, as always, would keep the moment modest. This cameo brings to life the 2022 video where Paddington and the Queen shared tea at Buckingham Palace. In a charming twist, Her Majesty surprises everyone by pulling a marmalade sandwich from her handbag, remarking, "I keep mine in here, for later," after Paddington had offered her a sandwich from his hat. It was a memorable tribute to her humour and warmth. Released in honour of her Platinum Jubilee, the scene's final words, Paddington's heartfelt, "Thank you for everything," still resonate, capturing the sentiments of the nation. Paddington in Peru arrives in US theatres in January, letting fans relive this cherished moment. On Sunday, paid subscribers get a bonus episode from our royal insider Deep Crown, who this week takes us to task for complaining this week was boring. You can become a subscriber to the paid feed for just $4.99 a month. You'll get Palace Intrigue without commercials, plus Deep Crown's bonus episodes, as well as 20 other plus programs from the Caloroga Shark Network commercial free. If you're on Apple Podcasts, click the banner in the app and you'll get 30-day free trial. If you're on other podcast players, there's a link in the show notes. And there you have it. If you'd like to email us, our address is thepalaceintrigue@gmail.com. Please follow us on Spotify, Apple, or the app of your choice. I'm Mark Francis. My thanks to John McDermott. This is Palace Intrigue, and good times.